For 2 episodes, we have studied the enemy inside your own head. Today, we finally start to build something, your first real portfolio. A portfolio is simply the whole collection of what you own, working together as one team. And how you assemble that team matters far more than any single player you pick. Let's learn how to build it the calm, sensible way. Start with the oldest piece of money wisdom there is. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Imagine you carry every egg you own in a single basket, and then you trip. Breakfast is over all at once. Now, imagine those same eggs spread across 10 baskets. You trip, you lose one, and you still eat. That simple picture is the entire idea behind diversification. Many beginners get this exactly backwards. They hear about one exciting company, fall in love, and put almost everything they have into that single stock. When it works, they feel like geniuses, but they have quietly bet their whole future on one roll of the dice. If that one company stumbles, and even great companies do, years of savings can vanish. The goal is not to avoid risk completely. That is impossible. The goal is to never let one mistake be fatal. This is where asset allocation comes in, and it is the most important decision you will make. Asset allocation just means how you split your money across the main types of investments. The two great building blocks are stocks and bonds. Stocks are ownership. They grow the most over time, but they swing wildly along the way. Bonds are loans. They grow more slowly, but they are far steadier and they cushion the fall when stocks tumble. Your mix of these two does more to shape your results than almost anything else. A famous rule of thumb says to subtract your age from 100 and roughly hold that much in stocks. So a 30-year-old might hold 70% stocks and 30% bonds. A 60-year-old might flip towards safety with more in bonds. It is only a rough starting point, not a law, but it captures something true. The more years you have, the more short-term storms you can afford to ride out. Now, why does spreading out actually work beyond the cozy egg story? A brilliant economist named Harry Markowitz proved the math back in 1952 and won a Nobel Prize for it. He showed that when you combine assets that do not move in perfect lockstep, the bumps partly cancel out. The portfolio as a whole becomes steadier than the average of its parts. He showed you can keep most of the reward while genuinely lowering the risk. This led to one of the most quoted lines in all of finance, that diversification is the only free lunch in investing. Almost everything else is a trade-off. More reward means more risk. But spreading your money wisely lets you reduce risk without giving up your expected return. It is the closest thing to a genuine gift the market ever offers, so you would be foolish not to take it. Now here is the wonderful part. You do not need 50 stocks and a spreadsheet to do this. Remember the ETF from episodes 7 and 8. A single broad index fund holds hundreds or thousands of companies in one neat package. When you buy one share of a fund that tracks the whole market, you instantly own a tiny slice of nearly every major business at once. The diversification that once took the wealthy a team of managers, you now get with a single click. So let us sketch a simple starter portfolio, the kind a calm beginner could actually hold. At the center sits your core, a broad global or total market index fund, the steady engine of the whole thing. Around it, you might add a bond fund for stability, sized to how much calm you need to sleep at night. And if you truly want to own a few individual stocks you believe in, you keep them as a small satellite, a slice, never the whole pie. Core first, everything else second. Notice what this design quietly does to the enemies from last episode. You cannot fall in love with one stock when no single stock can sink you. You stop checking the price every hour when you own the whole market instead of one bet. The portfolio is built on purpose to protect you from yourself. That is the real reason the boring index core keeps winning. It removes the chances to do something stupid. So that is your first portfolio, not a hot tip, but a calm, diversified team. Spread your eggs, choose your stock and bond mix to fit your age and your nerves, build around a broad index core, and let a small satellite scratch any itch to pick. Harry Markowitz gave us the proof, the egg basket gave us the picture, and the index fund gave us the easy button. I will see you in the next one. where we talk about how much of any one thing you should ever buy. Until then, keep it simple and never carry all your eggs in a single basket.